Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. We made a slight change. We're now on a fancy camera that I barely know how to use. It is a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I think it is. So, yeah, it's a nice small little camera that I can kind of carry around with me, and it's a bit better than the phone, I think. So, and if you look, then oh Jesus, you can flip it around like that and show you all the goodness that's going on in the shade. So, as you can see, this is not a M52, it is in fact that. This is a dummy block. We finally got the dummy block, so we shall be mocking it up now, kind of doing up the engine mount and getting it kind of sorted in place, rear sump and all as you need for a BMW. Yeah, but I suppose the main focus is over there on the 328 since we're coming up to the final round of the Irish Drift Series. This season has not gone to plan whatsoever for me, but look, we'll be alright. We'll survive. We're just gonna have fun, kind of see out the end of the season. But yeah, overall, look, we're just trying to have a bit of fun. Get the car on the grid. You know, show off some of the sponsors that make it all possible, and just have fun. Then focus on trying to be a bit more competitive next year, I think. So just trying to stay positive, really. If you have looked here, we did a nice bit of work in the rear of the car. So obviously the full box frame is done. This is where the fuel cell will be sitting. We have our tow bar kind of mocked up in place, as you can see. Yeah, few other nice bits. These are the brackets which the fuel cell will actually sit down on top of. Then just kind of bracing around it, kind of a shell or cage around it to protect it from either if we're bottoming out here or if we get hit from the back, that will be kind of secure no matter what. Just trying to remember now what we showed in the last video, what we didn't. Obviously big tunnel. Yeah, so just a little recap, I suppose, of what we've been up to. Watergrasshill didn't go to plan. Kind of had a few kind of weird handling issues in practice and stuff, which we kind of got sorted. Then went through the qualifying after minimal practice, and I thought I did fairly alright. I don't know, look, it's a judge sport, we're kind of open to interpretation. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. It just seems that my luck, it hasn't been going my way a lot. No fault of the judges whatsoever. Just I didn't see where I kind of lost points, and it seems that others were getting rewarded for some other things, but we didn't end up qualifying anyway, so look, we have to move on from it. Yeah, look, it's the name of the game. Just sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. So look, I'm fairly happy with my driving. Wasn't happy with the scores I was given, but look, we'll move on from it. Head over to the bash then, and that was a great crack up until the end of Saturday. Doing some really good laps. First time the car has properly felt nice this year to drive. Kind of just messing around with shock settings and pressures and all sorts of setup things. And yeah, the car was really nice to drive. You know, I got a few good chase runs in. I'll put in videos. You know, a good kind of chill event, kind of hanging out with friends, talking shit, until I got a bit confident, I suppose, in the lead car when I probably shouldn't have. No offense to Liam McGill, but obviously went in for a big dive, and he was kind of, his tires were kind of gone. He over-rotated, so I just about avoided him, and then again, no fault to the guy behind me. He had nowhere to go and kind of hit me and put me back into the fella that spun out in front of me. So yeah, look, not ideal. Left a nice bit of damage with the car before the last round, but we are working on it now, so I'll get a few clips of that. But overall, look, the bash was really fun up until that, and yeah, we're definitely going to be back for redemption at another one, I think, just because they're really good fun. Like, you get loads of laps. My first time properly doing a bash, to be honest. I never actually got time to do them before, so I said I'd do this one since I wasn't doing Bishop's Court. And yeah, it was just so nice to kind of show off the car to some people that might have seen it before. Just talking to really good people, showing off my amazing sponsors, which we'll give a proper mention to in a bit. Yeah, and now we're back into the competition mind frame, and hopefully it goes well. They're using the up the hill layout. I'll put in a clip of the layout here. They're using the up the hill layout in Watergrasshill, which won't be ideal for my car, but look, we're going to try and make it work. It's a layout I've not done before. I've driven loads of laps of Watergrasshill, but I've never done it the reverse route. I think once we can get the first corner beyond us, then it should open the door up for us fairly good to get the line down. So yeah, that's just going to be the main challenge of the weekend, overcoming the hump in a 200 horsepower E36. So yeah, I suppose I'll get a little bit of B-roll of the 328 in its current very sad looking status, and yeah, we'll see you then. Good job. Good job, that. Watch you make it drifting. No, watch you make it drifting.
Brilliant crack.
Yeah, great crack on together.
I wouldn't want to do it for me. Well, I've been there. Just did.
Right, so I just want to take a quick opportunity in this video to thank our main sponsor in GMD Tyre and Service Centre. Obviously, GMD Tyre help us with absolutely everything tyre related on this car, whether it's the little 205s like we use in the 328 or the big 265s like we're going to use in the new build. You know, GMD has us sorted for absolutely everything, and Gareth and the lads are the most helpful crowd you will ever come across. You know, whether it's your service, your tyre needs, or your pre-MOT checks, GMD Tyre and Service Centre is the way to go. So obviously support the guys that support me, and support the guys that support drifting in general, and head over to GMD Tyre and Service Centre. You can ring them, or you can go to their website. We'll have it linked below. Thanks to GMD Tyre and Service Centre. So we're nearly ready to go for Watergrasshill. Just a few little touch-ups. As you can see, the back of the car is now a bit more normal looking. I do have the taillight to go back in there, but again, we're pretty much ready to go. Yeah, mechanically not a whole pile wrong, just kind of sorting a few little bits and kind of checking over. But yeah, looking forward to the weekend. As you can see over there, the trailer is stocked and ready to go. The camper is ready to go. Ven's ready to go. We need to change all these. Yeah, load of work. Yeah, load of work. But looking forward to it now. I'm looking forward to just kind of finishing out what was a fairly lackluster season for me. Just kind of try and finish it on a bit of a high. Kind of have a bit more fun than I was for the rest of the championship. So yeah, we'll see what the story is, and I'll see you on the road to Watergrasshill. Oh, I bumped into the camera. so first practice run done of the morning. Interesting, first corner worked beautifully for me, and then I hadn't the power for the top section, so we're going to change the diff, try and get a different ratio in her, see will that help me any bit. Sorry about the camera, by the way, that's bad. But no, car is running like an absolute dinger. Just going to change the diff now and see can we work a bit better. The higher wheel speed worked for me kind of going up the hill, but then I've said the power to carry through then, so we'll see what the story is. So I'll call back to you. So we are ready to go for our first qualifying run on the Saturday. Yeah, feeling fairly happy for once before qualifying. So yeah, almost done with ready to go. Yeah, looking forward to it now. We're to do one run on the Saturday, let's say, one run on the Sunday. So something different, I suppose. So yeah, we'll give it a good go anyway, and we'll see what we can do.
It's a 45.7 for him, but up next in line's Luke Butler.
Luke Butler initiates in here, another low horsepower car here. He goes on the inside of the hash marks. Again, like we mentioned earlier, that's going to be a big deduction. It comes up through past the wall, manages to cross the straight into hairpin 2. Bit of a big wobble there, but managed to correct the car back onto the correct line as he heads down into the final transition into the final corner. Takes the outside line all the way across the finish line. Not a bad run for Luke, kind of showing, you know, what he has to do with what he's got, and quite an impressive run there considering of the horsepower difference there he has.
Absolutely, another very young, talented.
Right, so it is game day. We had one qualifying run yesterday. Did not go to plan. It was 60 something. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. But we said we'll, you know, kind of go to bed, sleep on it, and kind of try and come up with a bit more, I suppose, how would you word it? A renewed mindset. So that's what we're going for. Positive attitude here now. Practice this morning went fairly alright. Kind of few little setup changes here and there. The last practice run I got there seemed fairly sound. So we'll tip on for qualifying now for our second qualifying run, and let's see how we do. There's talks of a parade even if you don't get into the top 32. So, you know, at least we have something to look forward to there. Yeah, overall vibes are good here in Watergrasshill. What can I say? So yeah, we'll check back in for qualifying. Right, so we're currently, when I last checked, in 32nd position. It's probably over now. I'm probably out of the top 32 so far. Yeah, a lot to do. So I'm kind of a little bit confused on how they're scoring, but we're out for our second qualifying run. Yeah, we're just going to try our best. I have a few little changes. I know what mistakes I made yesterday, so we're going to give it a go anyway and see what the story is.
His first one last night as well. It's Luke Butler. Yeah, he's currently on a 66.3, not qualifying at the moment, so he has to improve here. The Charleville man making his way up the hill in another BMW that's not the most powerful car on the grid. Definitely making it work though, that's for sure. A big correction at the top of the hill there as the car hooked up, but you know what? He got it back going, has maintained the drift pretty much as he gets it through zone 6 and 7 there quite nicely. Lovely outside line, drops it down the hill and hits the throttle just in the mid 200s in the horsepower, I think, in this car roughly, and not a lot of power in that car to make it work up the hill here in Watergrasshill. But you know what? It might have been enough.
It might have been. We're waiting for his score to drop in from our judges. Luke Butler, another very talented young driver that we've seen out on track throughout the season this year, and he makes that car work for himself.
Yeah,
he definitely made it work for himself today, Mike. It's an 81.7 for Luke Butler, so that puts him in 22nd position, which is quite a safe spot to be in at the current moment.
Yeah, so Tom Hayden has just been knocked out of top 32 action as we move it along to Dan.
Right, so we're looking at the stream and we just about edged in 31st position. I'm over the moon. There was nothing left in the bag there. Nothing left. The 328 was given, all she was given, and to be honest, just to get a top 32 in the 328 for the last time is a win for me. So look, an 81.7 in qualifying, I'm fucking delighted. Just, it's a big monkey off my back now just to get the qualifying in the season. Like last season went so well qualifying wise, but just this year has been a complete nightmare, and to get a finish now is great, and we get to finish the parade, so what harm. So yeah, we'll see you out in the parade. Parade ready, boys. Parade ready. Also, big thanks to GMD Tyres. They've been absolutely holding out perfectly. Our Z-Maxes are absolutely brilliant, and they're like a perfect middle ground for me, a low-powered car where it's not too grippy but it's not too loose either. So yeah, we're fucking delighted now. Cannot wait. Look, we've a big disadvantage power-wise. We're chasing first, but we're just going to send it everything from here as a bonus.
Are we? Never seen you before. Who's this girl? That's my niece. Right, so you made it into battle, Luke. You know, good to actually catch you because you don't quite have the legs in this car, but you somehow made it work. Are you struggling to get up the hill and get the car out to clipping point 3 with the power that you have? And how much power do you have?
So it's 200 horsepower, standard 2.8 BMW. But the hill actually isn't the problem. I was saying there, when it flattens out and you have the big straight where the car is really struggling. So just to kind of transition, you're kind of washing on the handbrake a little bit, just trying to drag the car out as much as you go. And kind of once you get to that first hairpin, then it's fine.
So you have 200 horsepower in this BMW?
Pretty much, yeah, on a good day.
And it's a 2.8?
2.8 standard up against a 1.5 A46. We'll see how it goes.
Well, that's the beauty of the Pro 2 grid. All the best, Luke. We'll be rooting for you as the underdog for sure. That's
So, there's Mattis. And here I am. So, wait here, fuck. Yeah, looking forward to it now. Just so happy to get 32 down. Can't wait. Can't wait. What's going on?
We're now out to the second half, sure.
Alright.
versus Luke Buttimer. Huge horsepower deficit here. Luke Buttimer does not have the legs in the BMW. Look at the horsepower difference here, and this Alan Hines is where horsepower really comes into it.
Yeah, it looks like Luke tried to jump the line a bit, but maybe a lack of experience there. He should have just kept going for it, really, and he's now trying to catch back up. He's after dropping two wheels there, straining up, and Matthias is just walking away with this at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, nothing makes you more determined to get a new engine set up than the likes of that.
Luke just jumped it too much.
And because you're going uphill, it's very difficult up the hill. So let's see if Mattis Karaitis can manage to not make a big mistake here behind Luke Buttimer. So far he's doing a pretty good job of it. They pass us here on the tower. Engine's absolutely screaming. Mattis locks up the front, actually trying to stay behind Luke. Luke runs wide once again. Yeah, it's just Luke Buttimer trying to overdrive the car a little bit now maybe, and it's all falling apart for the Charleville man here. Well, you know what, valiant effort. Did his best in a car that has no right to be there, possibly with 200 horsepower, and they crossed the line.
I said it when this track layout went live on social media. I knew it instantly that power would be a massive thing for these drivers, and what will definitely make a difference in these runs, especially when we got to the battle part of today's show, and we can really see it here between Luke Buttimer and Mattis.
Right, so I fucked it when I counted. Yeah, my chase against Mattis. I thought I was in first, but I was in third. Such a stupid mistake. Yeah, look, not ideal. Also, dropped wheels and hit the tires in my lead. So I was driving like an arsehole, to be honest. Like, just my own mistake. Mattis is also a really good driver. He told me he made a mistake. I don't know. I didn't take any notice, but look, what are we going to do? Take the bad with the good. The car qualified, I qualified. Just cannot wait to get this new build out. And yeah, because thanks for watching. We had a lot of fun. In fairness, the run was very fun. 81.7 or something in qualifying. Top 32 was just kind of a bonus, really. I was up against it anyway, with not even half the power, I'd say, of the other car. But yeah, look, I'm just making excuses here now. So look, we had fun, and yeah, look, lot to learn, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.